This is your sports TV station in Lorain, WLCS TV20.
Welcome to George Daniel Field for the Lorain Admiral King and Southview soccer match. Rematch, I should say. They played about 3 weeks ago. Southview was victorious, 8-0. And Mr. Morris will give you the starting lineups here for Southview. Southview is in the navy blue with white trim. Admiral King is in the white tops with the navy blue bottoms. For Southview, number 1 is Scott Morris. Number 3, Tyler Johnson. Number 4, Brett Williams. Number 5, Brian Andrews. Number 6, Sam Lewis. Number 8, Tim Zuch. Number 14, Jason Johns. Number 15, Corey Miller. Number 26 is Jared Lewis. Number 18, Corey Meadows. 23 is Jonathan Rivera. Goalkeeper is Savan Curtis. And we'll get the Admirals here in a couple of minutes. We have a throw in for Southview. Ball goes into Scott Morris. Scott Morris is the leading assist player on Southview, and that goes to Tyler Johnson, and right there is the reason why. That's goal number 20 for Johnson and assist number 14 for Scott Morris. So at the 38-48 mark, Southview jumps ahead by 1. Very similar to the last time these two teams met. Restart by Admiral King. Admiral King starters: number 3, Derek Loescher. Number 4, Nick Rivas. Number 5 is Brian Stevens. Number 7, Joe Green. Number 13, Frank Rufo. Number 18, Jan Soban. Number 19, Alex Martinez. Number 21, co-captain Nick Carrion. Number 24, co-captain Lewis Crook. Number 8, Ed Norris. The other co-captain is Frank Russo, number 13. And in goal tonight is Alex Wright. Southview defending the south goal. Admiral King defending the north goal. Our referees this evening are Joe Blackham and Ron Glauner. Those would be the gentlemen in the gold shirts and the black pants. Bad throw in. Turn over to Southview. Rufo took the ball away from Morris. Morris trying to get back at it, but Johnson comes over and assists to get the ball back. Southview has a 4-4 record. Admiral King is 1-2. Coach Thomas, I spoke with Coach Thomas yesterday, and he told me they had a couple of rescheduled games because I was a little concerned that we're 3 weeks into the season and they've only played 3 games. They did get their first win against Open Door the other day on a 2-0 count. So before long, they'll be doing a lot of makeup games. They'll be very busy. Schools play a 16-game schedule followed by the tournament. Single elimination. Ball sent long. Johnston trying to get to the ball. Admiral King has to defend the long ball because that's the bread and butter for Southview. Norris and Johnson, very quick, play very well together. Send the ball long and do a lot of crossing. Wright sends the ball out. Alex is normally a field player, but he's filling in at keeper this evening. Product of youth and youth soccer leagues here in Lorain, as well as the what we call AASL, American Amateur Soccer Association, and some of the premier teams that we have in the area. He's played he's played for. Rufo goes, sends the ball out of bounds. Throw in along with a substitution. 23, Jonathan Rivera goes out of the ball game, and number 6 comes into the ball game, Sam Lewis. Southview seniors are Scott Morris and Tyler Johnson, Brian Andrews, Tim Zuch, number 8, Jared Lewis, Jonathan Rivera. So they've got a lot of players going to graduate. Morris sends it long to Johnson. Johnson traps the ball. Churns trying to get a... Rufo takes it away. Johnson gets it back, breaks it out. Nice stop, and nice stop by Alex Wright. Sacrificed his body, roll over onto the ball. A little bit of wind here at the stadium tonight, but otherwise very nice. Southview and Admiral King boys game is the early game. The second game this evening are between the Lady Admirals and the Lady Saints. And that ball skips away, gets under the hand of Wright, and Scott Morris puts it in at the 34-14 mark. And it is now 2-0 in favor of Southview. In talking with Dave Thomas, he was telling me that his team is very young. There's only 3 seniors, there's 9 juniors, 3 sophomores, and 2 freshmen. 5 of the players have never played soccer prior to now. Looks like we're going to have a substitution in the goal. Oh, the goalkeeper had an earring on, so he's got to take his jewelry off.
You might take meth because of how it feels. This is how it feels to your heart. The only difference is you can't rebuild a heart.
And we are now ready to start play again. Referee Joe Blackham will put his hand down, blow the whistle. And we're ready to play. The Ohio High School Athletic Association does not allow players to wear any type of rings or jewelry, anything that could cause harm to themselves or cause harm to another player. So evidently it wasn't caught during pregame, so most of the time the players are required, they know they're not supposed to wear it, but it's just every now and then they overlook it. Lewis Crook dribbles up to the center, trying to get a movement on the ball there. Get some assistance by Ed Norris, number 8. Scott Morris with the ball. Gets it to Johnson, who tries to send it long back to Scotty, but Crooks with the ball, sends it long up the other end. Southview moves up their defenders. They're playing up closer to the midfield mark, trying to get the counter, trying to get the attack going for Southview if King loses the possession. If you hear the extra whistles going on, there's a football game, freshman football game going on behind the stadium. Brett Williams sends the ball back to Tim Zuch. Now it's up to Morris. Scotty's trying to send it, sends it long past the keeper. The keeper was way out at the top of the box. Morris saw it and let her rip. So at the 30-20 mark, Scott Morris gets his second goal, and it's 3-0. And now Alex Wright comes back into the game. And Joe Green will go back and play midfield. Kenzie Dickinson comes back out of the ball game, and the Admirals start to replay. Admiral King is coached by Dave Thomas and Tony Dore. Southview is coached by Bill Bogan, Jim Fosse, and Philip Lewis are the assistants. The manager is Andrew Perhoda, who is also a senior, and his brother is on the ball club. Number 9, Mike. Throw in for Southview. Joe Green gets the ball away from the Southview defender, but luckily for Southview, Curtis comes up and sends it out. I believe it's Sudis, not Curtis. Nice play there by number 18, Jan Saban. Traps the ball as he comes across. Tries to get a counter going. Didn't quite make it. Got out of bounds. Be a Southview throw in. Sam Lewis, number 6. Nice long throw in to Tyler Johnson, but Crooks came back and took the ball. Lewis. My conversation with Dave Thomas, he said he's trying to build the ball club, being so young, from the defensive side, from the keeper on up. But when you have a young ball club like this, the learning experience can be very tough. But the kids are responding. They're coming around. They're working hard, and you can't ask for more than that. Dave's a veteran coach from the area. Tony Dore as well. For the last 20, 25 years, they've been involved in soccer. Primarily known for some of his very good Lorain Catholic ball clubs. Lewis Crooks comes up with the ball. He's trying to clear it for Admiral King. He was calling a push. Admiral King will get a direct kick. Nick Carrion, co-captain, sends it down to Joe Green. Ball runs long. It'll be a throw-in. Corey Meadows is taking the throw-in. Scott Morris going to send the ball down long. Carrion gets down there and kicks the ball out of bounds. They're trying to lead it to Josh Morris, the younger brother, freshman of Scott. During the second half of the ball game, I'm going to have Scott and Josh's father, Scott Morris Sr., up. And we're also going to have Tyler Johnson's father up, and we'll talk for a couple minutes. A little reflection on their sons. Morris with a freshman and a senior, and Johnson with just Scott breaks loose, sends it over to Johnson. With the ball was long, he sends it back in. We got a push by Tyler. Carrion will take the kick for the Admirals. Out of bounds, we'll have substitution and a throw in. Alex Martinez comes into the ball game, number 19 for Admiral King. Number 3, Derek Loescher comes out. Number 15 is leaving the ball game. Corey Miller is substituted by number 5 with Brian Andrews for Southview. Johnson sends it long toward the middle of Morris, but the ball's intercepted by Carrion. As difficult as it is with a young team, I can see the difference in just this few weeks. The Admirals are doing a lot of one-touch, send the ball, nice play there. Is that Joe Green breaks away, takes a long shot, ball runs wide right. But doing a lot of one-touch and passing the ball, which is very good. Excuse me. Frank Rufo, number 13. We have a collision there at midfield. Looks like Scott Morris got a little stinger on his ankle, but he's all right. Carrion sends it back down. Ball saved by Brian Andrews. King runs it long. Number 19 running up under the ball is Alex Martinez, who's out of bounds by Southview. It'll be a throw in by Joe Green. Southview is fortunate enough that they not only have a varsity program, but they do have a junior varsity program to where Admiral King is down in numbers, and for the last couple of years they've had nothing but a varsity program, which makes it tough when you've got young players. They don't, you know, they're playing against those juniors and seniors that are normally bigger, stronger, and more physical for the most part because they've been playing. And freshman and sophomore, it's a little different situation. Ed Norris there in the middle is really doing battle trying to get the ball into the center for the Admirals. Scott Morris to Tyler Johnson. Johnson plays the ball back. Gonna reset, get it to the keeper. Nice trap there by number 13 for Josh Morris. Tried to get it over to Jared Lewis. Lewis gets the ball now, sends it back out to Scott. Norris gets in his way, and Scotty takes a shot, goes wide left. We have 21 minutes and 45 seconds left in the first half of play, and the score is Southview 3, Admiral King nothing. Morris takes a kick to the wide right. Alex Wright sends it wide. where it's gathered in by Josh. Morris kicked and goes out of bounds. Ball runs long. The right will pick it up. Alex is also the extra point kicker for the football team. Not uncommon for a soccer player these days to do that. Tyler breaks loose, takes a shot. It's redirected by Nick Carrion. So actually it just went wide. I thought Carrion got a piece of it, but it went right. So it'll be a goal kick. Scott Morris, number 1 with the ball. Taps it out to his younger brother, number 13, Josh. Jared Lewis, number 26, looking for a cross. Nice long ball, a little too long. Ball's going to run long, but Morris made a nice save on that. Josh sends it back out. Attempted shot taken by Brett Williams, but the ball came up short, and Alex Wright took it. Tim Zuch came into the box, whereon he was met by Nick Carrion, who is playing a very good defensive game for the Admirals. We have a throw-in. Josh Morris, number 13. And Alex Wright goes up and takes the ball before Tyler Johnson can get to it, or Brian Andrews, number 5. Joe Green is pushed from behind. Free kick for the Admirals. Direct kick. Another nice cross by Morris. Intercepted by Wright. Johnson gets the ball. Coming down, takes a shot, wide left. Misses wide. Substitution for the Admirals coming into the ball game is number 12, Mackenzie Dickinson. Going out of the ball game is number 19, Alex Martinez. .16 minutes, 28 seconds left in the half. First half of action from George Daniel Field. Corey Miller with the throw in. Down to Corey Meadows. Corey to Corey, I guess, huh? Miller throws it into the middle, picked up by Alex Wright. Runs out of bounds, throw in for Southview. Johnson sending it long to Morris. Morris trying to send it back into the middle again, this time to Corey Meadows, and it's picked off there by Alex Wright. Brett Williams traveling with the ball now with Scott Morris. Tyler. Going to call Tyler for over the back of number 9 for the Admirals, who is Kyle Rhea. He leaped forward and onto the back. It's an infraction of the rules, and we'll go the other way. Throw in for Admiral King. Jan Saban will throw it in. Carry on sends it down. Corey Meadows is defended by Nick Carrion, and Nick sends the ball out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for Southview. So Corey Miller comes over to the sideline, and he'll take the throw in. Chris Crago, number 2, is in the ball game now for Southview. Little musical tunes there. Hello. It's just 13 minutes left. No, they started late because the field wasn't lined. Oh, Pepsi would be fine. Bye. That was your boss, Bob. In case you heard the phone ringing. We're checking on pizza already. Joe Bach is on his way. He's got, Bob, what's your last name? What is it? Slimebaker? Slimbaker. That's that close enough? He's our producer here in the first half. As you well know, if you listen to soccer here on WLCS TV20, Joe Bach and Neil Severs never miss out on that opportunity to get a pizza. That will be dinner. 12 minutes and 35 seconds left in the first half. 3-0 Southview. Meadows come in. Corey's doing a nice job being in the middle, trying to be around the ball, trying to sneak one in there. Coming into the ball game for the Saints is number 7, Jesse Moran, excuse me. Number 5 going out of the ball game, Brian Andrews. In essence, this is Southview beginning the second half of the season if they're 4-4 and they play an 18-game schedule. So Dave Thomas's crew isn't even, is only about coming on a fourth of the season. Tyler Johnson gets the ball, settles it down, trying to get it in, take a shot. It's blocked by number 21, Nick Carrion, who scratches his behind there. He took a shot. Nice save. Nice save there by number 2, Chris Crago. Joe Green with the ball on the outside. Joe's looking to pass it in to Nick Rivas. The ball is intercepted and sent long by the Admirals. So shot taken by the Admirals and goes out of bounds. So we'll have a corner kick, but it was a nice try believe that was number 3, which would be Derek Loescher. Joe Green going to take the corner kick. Shot ricochets off a defender and it's picked up by the keeper. Custis. Nice save there by Morris. Chest trap, brought it down to his foot, sends the ball long. That carry-on's back on the defense. Nick is getting a good workout tonight. Nick is playing sweeper, defender. His job is to go wherever they need him to send the ball the other way. Trying to keep the Saints out of the net. Throw in by Morris. Or Johnson, I should say. Johnson takes a shot. Nice save there by Alex Wright. Johnson with 1 goal. Scotty Morris with 2 goals for the 3 for Southview. Loescher throws the ball in, goes out of bounds, come back the other way. Tim Zeus sends it in. Ball's kicked back to him and he heads it up. Nick Rivas tries to send it down long. Jan Saban comes with the ball. Try to sneak that one by the defender. Almost got it. But no such luck. As Morris breaks out to the right, he's going to send the ball down long. Excuse me. Ball goes out of bounds. Off of Lewis Crook. Throw in for the Saints. Throw in runs long. Tyler Johnson tries to get it, but it runs past him, goes out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick. Scotty Morris doing a little juggling with the ball on his head after he does a nice chest trap. Pretty good ball handler. Crook's kick. Lewis Crook kicks the ball out of bounds. Be throw in. Morris going to take the throw in. Morris to Johnson. Tyler trying to break through, and Lewis Crooks gets it away from him. Dribbles it downfield, trying to get it up to Joe Green. Ball runs out of bounds. Throw in Southview. 7 minutes. 7 minutes, 5 seconds left in the first half. Substitution into the ball game. Corner kick. Tyler Johnson heads it in. Defender is kicked out of bounds by, I do believe it was number 4, Derek Rivas. No, it couldn't have been couldn't have been Nick. I mean, Rivas, he's up top here, so Admiral sent it out anyhow, which was very good. Johnson with the ball. Turns left, turns right. He's going to take a shot, and he sneaks it in under the right hand of the goalkeeper. And at the 5:57 mark left in the first half, scored by number 3, Tyler Johnson, and it is now 4-0 in favor of the Saints. Today's ball game is brought to you by the Lorain School Employees Credit Union. The Lorain School Employees Credit Union is a co-op owned and operated by its members. Membership is limited to full-time employees of the Lorain Board of Education and their immediate families living at the same residence. The credit union offers share savings accounts, checking accounts, certificate of deposits, and IRA accounts, and a vast assortment of loans. Check out our competitive loan rates on new and used car financing. Remember, for all your financial needs, call the credit union before you sign on the dotted line. The hours are Monday through Friday, 9 to 4:30 p.m. The number is 282-4600. Meadows dribbles through assortment of defenders and takes a shot, goes wide. White to the right. Other sponsors of this ball game tonight are First Federal Savings on Oberlin Avenue in Lorain, Impressions at the corner of Tower and Oberlin Avenue, the Lorain County Community College, Mark Furman's Mobile Mower Service, Mike Delgado of American Midwest Mortgage, and Ted's Floor Covering on Broadway in Lorain, and the Palace Theater. Morris going to the right, going to take a shot and runs high. So we have just under 4 minutes left in the first half. The Boys and Girls Clubs of Lorain County State Stanislaus Teen Center is located on the corner of Elyria Avenue and Broadway. This center is for teenagers only. It offers you the chance to hang out with friends and get involved in activities after school. Some of the things offered are tutoring for school and a chance to relax in the TV room, play board games, or use our pool tables. The club also has a basketball court and is offering late night basketball on Thursday for any member. The club also goes on field trips like Indians and Cavs games, and also other activities like kayaking, cookouts, and other ideas brought up by the members. The Teen Center also has employment opportunities for those looking to work. The club has a $5 annual fee, which allows you to take part what the club has to, whatever the club has to offer. We are open Tuesday through Friday from 3:30 to 7:30, and on Saturday from noon to 5. For more information, call us at 244-0535. Thank you for your time. That's the Boys and Girls Clubs of Lorain County. Brian Andrews to their far right. Coming across, trying to take a shot. We have plenty more other announcements to give you. We'll give some of you more in the second half. So we're down to the 2-minute mark. 2 minutes left in the first half. Derek Loescher was tripped up, leading to a direct kick for the Admirals. Jan Saban, or excuse me, that was Meadows, Corey Meadows, number 18. Derek Loescher, have a dangerous play called on Southview, be indirect kick for the Admirals. Nice ball sent to the center. Sudis picks it up, the goalkeeper. Savan. Morris with the ball. Morris breaks free. Sends it a little too long, or Alex Wright picks it up. Alex Wright is not normally a goalkeeper for the Admirals, but he is a junior that has experience playing soccer, and he volunteered to cover for the keeper, who's not available this evening. Lewis Crook sends the ball out, be throw in with 30 seconds left in the first half. Throw in by Corey Miller. Scott Morris gets it, comes across to the right, sends it, tries to send it back out. Another Saint for a shot, but it doesn't work. Josh Morris sends it back up to a brother. Ball sent out of bounds by Nick Carrion. And at the halftime, we have the score of Southview 4, Admiral King nothing. And we'll be back with second half play in just a moment.
Your lawnmower needs service. Your snowblower doesn't work. Your riding mower needs repair. Who are you going to call? To avoid all this frustration and for no mower worries, call Mark Furman Mobile Mower Service at 315-0250. Mark Furman Mobile Mower Service makes good old-fashioned house calls. Most service is done on site at your home when it's convenient for you. Mark Furman Mobile Mower Service is one of the area's only authorized Briggs & Stratton mobile service dealers. He's been servicing the area's power equipment needs for over 30 years, servicing most makes, including Sears and MTD yard machines and other major name brands. Remember, for no mower worries and for fast, experienced professional service, call Mark Furman Mobile Mower Service at 315-0250.
I am Mike Delgado of American Midwest Mortgage. If you are looking to purchase or refinance a home, I can personally help guide you in selecting a perfect program that fits your budget. Whether it's a no money down, FHA, investment property, or one of the other programs that I can offer, put that side by side with our low interest rates for a great savings combination. If you want the professional, personal touch, then remember to call Mike Delgado at 440-308-1019.
Se habla español.
Your one-stop place for something really special is Impressions, corner of Oberlin Avenue and Tower Boulevard. T-shirts and sweatshirts personally designed to your specific needs. Anything from bears, trains to zebras, and specially designed hats as well. And don't forget Impressions, your one-stop spot for school jackets. See Dave, the designer expert at Impressions, Oberlin Avenue at Tower Boulevard, right here in Lorain. Since 1921, your hometown financial professionals at First Federal Savings of Lorain have dedicated themselves to meeting the financial needs of their customers and surrounding communities. They offer a wide variety of financial investments as well as home mortgages to meet your every need. Loans on boats, cars, mobile homes, and other worthwhile purchases are also available. Whatever your financial need, First Federal Savings of Lorain is ready to help. 7 convenient locations to serve you in Lorain, Huron, Sandusky, Port Clinton, and now at 36690 Detroit Road in Avon. First Federal Savings of Lorain is an equal housing lender and FDIC insured. Looking for the right color, the right style, the right price for your floor coverings? Well, you can find them all at Ted's Floor Coverings, the only place you need to shop for affordable custom flooring. Whether you're looking for area rugs, carpeting, laminates, ceramic, or marble, you'll enjoy browsing through one of the largest showrooms in Northeast Ohio. Their talented staff will even help with your design questions. Ted's is proud to showcase the Kathy Ireland Shades of America collection. Shop at Ted's Floor Covering, 668 Broadway, downtown Lorain, a local company committed to our community. Ted Kalo, President.
Today's high starting salaries make 2-year degrees very attractive, but some careers require 4-year degrees.
At top-rated Lorain County Community College, you'll find them all.
Over 30 associate degrees in 80 fields that pay more than ever.
The University Partnership brings 8 universities and more than 30 degrees into Lorain County.
Get ahead the affordable way, your way.
Lorain County Community College for a real future.
Well, we're waiting for the referee to run to the other side of the field. Most activity he's had tonight. Ron Glauner will run. Second half kickoff taken by Admiral King. We have a little treat for you in the second half here. We're going to have the Morris's senior product here. If I put my glasses on, I'll be in good shape there. Scott Morris, you go by senior now, don't you, since you got
yeah,
Scotty here.
Big Scott, little Scott.
Big Scott, little Scott. You know, I don't know. I saw little Scott down the field. He looks almost as big as Big Scott. So they do grow up, don't they?
real fast.
That's cool. And then you've got a freshman in Josh. So playing.
Yeah, he's still growing.
Yeah, he's the one. But he's got pretty good. He's got pretty good little foot skills. Now, what have the boys been doing? They've been playing. Give me a little brush up on where they've been playing over the years, as far as either through the city or Premier or anything else type ball.
They played with the Lorain City Rec League for ever since they've been 5 and 6, and then throughout the years they played with different Premier programs. The latest one they've been playing with is Dynamo FC.
Okay.
With
FC for you novices is a football club. That's what we call it.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Scott.
And the coach there is the same coach for Lorain Community College, and does a real good job with the boys. And Tyler Johnson plays for him as well.
Mm-hmm.
And last year, if you remember, Andy Arredondo, he played for him. Brian Gaynor, Danny Lukash, several of the exiting seniors from last year also, as well played for him.
Mm-hmm.
And some of them have actually regrouped and are playing again with LCC. And that team's looking pretty good.
Yeah, that's been a real good program out there. I know Mario played out there, and Mike, Matai. I couldn't think of Mario's last name for a minute. But Lorain County Community College, that's a club team, and anyone that's a student out there is able to play. And we've had a lot of kids. In fact, I forget what was Chris played at Lorain Catholic. Another product of our soccer league from way back, was playing out there for a couple of years. I apologize, I can't remember his last name. But yeah, it gives them a chance to carry on their activity while they're getting some junior college type credits, finding out exactly what they want to do.
Yeah, most of them don't have a clue right away.
Yeah.
They need a little time to figure it out.
Well, we're going to chit-chat a little bit here as we watch the action, and there goes your son. Let's see if he does anything. Oh, he's trying to get fancy now while we're talking about him. All those skills, and what's he do? He muffs it out of bounds. My goodness.
Yeah, he's.
Well, Dad, you better talk to him tonight.
He's a teenager. You know how that's going to go.
I know you will. I'm just teasing. He and Tyler do a very good job of reading each other from the standpoint of passing and controlling the ball. I mean, yeah. I'm quite surprised for the two of them. Their crosses, their ability to chest trap, drop the ball back down to their foot, and that is the main thing: is gaining control of the ball as quickly as you can.
Yeah, their confidence in each other is, I mean, you can see it in every game. They're constantly looking for each other. They know what the other one's thinking before he even does it, because they've been playing together since they've been 7 years old. Mm-hmm. And they're fun to watch. When
they played youth ball here in Lorain, in our Lorain City League now, were you involved in that? Were you coaching, doing any coaching with them?
Yeah, I've pretty much coached them both in the rec league, almost all the way up until the 8th grade, and then Ron Broad took over the team that year, and I just assisted them, and they had a blast. They were a real strong team. The Paul boys, I don't know if you remember, from LC, the principal.
Okay.
She, her boys were on the team. Mikey Vanderhoff, several really strong players. So the boys just went out there, mixed with several of the girls that are actually playing for AK tonight. And they just had a blast, you know, and that's what it's about, getting ready to enter your freshman year. You just want to get in there and have a good time, you know. you don't want to burn out.
No, no. Do they play any of the in the summer league? I know when I was refereeing, we used to have about probably they'd play about six summer type games. Rocky River, Westlake, that type of stuff we're doing. I don't know if Lorain was participating in that or not. The summer league, you didn't have your coach with you, but you had maybe a parent or somebody that would take your team. Did they do any of that? Well, if they're Premier Ball, they weren't.
Well, they would have done it. Most of these kids, I've coached summer league, helped out for several years now, but they decided not to do it this season. They actually had like an open gym where the kids met up and they just all scrimmaged the summer, you know, and had fun and learned a few things that way.
Yeah.
You know. And for some of these starting varsity players, putting in the time and the effort has really played off. Corey Miller, Brian Andrews, Sam Lewis, Jared Lewis, Corey Meadows. These are Tim Such. These are players that show up. I mean, just they'll call each other in the middle of the week and just say, "Let's go play," you know, and it shows their hustle and their drive never changes. I mean, they are, you know, what it's all about. I mean, they put in the time, they put in the effort.
Well, that's right. It takes a lot of time. In fact, we were talking off the air before we came on here in the second half about a lot of these kids started their careers with Gene Burgess over at Southview for their first year, and then Bill Bogan took over. But Gene has been very strong. I know when Lorain High closed in '95, I was coaching Lorain High varsity over there, and I got to be good friends with Gene at that particular time, and really a class guy over at Southview, and he's all about kids, like you say, all about, it wasn't so much the L's and W's as it was getting them in, getting them to play, and I think it shows here when you look at the roster for Southview. There was a varsity team, you got a good JV team that gets a lot of action and plays. It's developed players for this level, and you can see the difference where in Admiral King, they don't have that type of a program. They don't have the JV program, and it shows, because the big strength difference between freshmen and seniors.
Yeah, that's true, and you know, it's really luck of the draw. I mean, Southview ended up receiving 4 or 5 freshmen that actually played in the City League, and Admiral King's doing a great job. They get a number of players that's never even touched the soccer ball before before they get into high school. And what they're doing with the kids, just from my experience and watching them, is they're working wonders. Dave Thomas is really doing a great job. The team skills and the way they look for each other, you see them talking, you know, and they're staying positive. I mean, the last game they played, it was tough for them, and you know what? All those kids are still out there, and the bench still has the same number.
Yeah.
Nobody's quitting.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
Dave and I were just talking about that. You know, he's got 5 kids that never played before, but you can see the difference between the first meeting and this meeting, and their ability to find one another with the short. You know, no one's trying to dribble the ball all the way down by themselves, looking for each other and communicating, like you say. Well, it looks like your boy's going to pull the trigger, and we got a nice save there by Alex Wright.
Yeah, he's definitely not shy about pulling that trigger.
Now, what is the plans after graduation?
For Scott, he's probably going to join Bill Smirnoff in LCC. That's where he wants to go. He just wants to kind of find himself, just like most of the teenagers coming out of school right now. He don't know where he wants to head, so he's going to go there and stay in school, but try to pick a direction from there.
Well, that's cool. That saves Dad a couple of bucks, and
oh, definitely.
Why go to Ohio State and party when you can do it around? You can do it in Lorain. But yeah, you're right though. A lot of kids don't know what they want to do, and LC gives them that opportunity. But you believe it or not, and here you are. I'll give you a little bit of history. In 1966, when Lorain County Community College opened up their campus, that's the first place I went. I graduated that year, and prior to that, they were all over the county. They had buildings. Used to have them Brownell Avenue, and they had them in some of the other ones. And it was nice. It was a lot of fun to go out there.
Yeah, Dennis Almeida played for him back then,
He was an All-American out there. I know Dennis is been involved in soccer. I think he's still doing youth, or he was. Yeah. Also, in the background, you're not able to hear him. What was your? I forget. Jim Johnson. So I'm gonna have Scott give Jim his headset there. Scott, thank you so much. And now we're gonna have Jim Johnson. Put him on the hot seat. Jim, how you doing?
Just fine, just fine.
So tell me a little bit about how much fun you're having watching your son play.
Oh, I love it. I love it. He does all right.
Yeah. I would say with 21 goals and he got about 15 assists from Scotty here, that as Scott and I were talking, they know each other very well.
Yeah, this year they've probably picked it up better than they have in the past. They've really worked well together this year from past years.
Oh, there's a nice fancy little kick and a shot. Oh my! Well, Dad gets on the tube here, and right away, son scores a goal at the 30-minute and 23-second mark of the second half. We have a goal by Tyler Johnson, and that's looks to be his third, and so he wants a hat trick. You're just gonna have to buy him a hat, I think.
I guess.
You know,
yes.
Dave Thomas would probably appreciate that a little more than score 3 goals.
Yeah.
But Dave's a grown-up. He understands the whole thing. But,
yeah. Dave understands. We played Southview, or we played Lorain Catholic for how many years?
Yeah.
He knows.
Oh yeah. I said to Dave, as a matter of fact, in our phone conversation, I said, "Well, Dave, you know, you kind of got drilled 8-1." He says, "Hey, Neil," he says, "We've played him, and it's been on the shoe's been on the other foot many a time." He says, "I have no problem with the scores. I have no problem with who scores for whom.
Yeah.
It's a game, and when you have the opportunity to be on the winning end of it, that's great, and you got to learn the other side."
Exactly.
And at 20-some years, Dave actually got me started in soccer, believe it or not.
Really?
He was in the Lorain. He got involved in Lorain City Soccer, and my oldest son, who's now in his late 20s. There's a shot there. Nice. Well, we have yes, we do have a score. That was number 15, isn't it?
That was, Corey Miller.
Corey Miller, nice score there at the 29-26.
Yep.
And number 15, Corey Miller, puts one in, and that makes the Admiral 6. The Saints 6 and Admiral King nothing. But
the first save was excellent by Alex. So.
Yeah,
yes, it was.
Alex had a nice save there, and then it bounced off. And quite often, that's why you tell these kids to attack. But Dave was coaching a youth team in the city, and my son was 5, so. Having gone to school with Dave and played ball with him and friends for a long time, I looked for a place for my kid to do something. So he played 1 year with Dave Thomas. And when it was all said and done, there was nobody to coach. And just as you know, getting involved, and as Scotty was saying, as a parent, you're there, so why not get involved? So I got some soccer books and read, and 20-some years later, I finally hung it up. But great experiences playing in the city, playing travel league, coaching in high school, and being an official. So I got to know a lot of the kids very well. I did a lot of those Lorain Catholic games, and Dave is a disciplinarian, from that standpoint, which is the same thing. Even Gene, when Gene Burgess was coaching over there, it was the same way. You can have fun playing, and we play to try to win, but you keep it in line. And it looks like Bill Bogan's doing the same thing.
Yeah, he does a good job with these boys. It's a lot of work. I don't know if I'd want to do it.
It's a lot of time.
It's when we started out. Scott got Tyler involved in soccer when we first moved out here from Pennsylvania. Moved one house apart from him, and Scott and Tyler started playing, and they've been playing together ever since then. Now, so it's been a lot of years, but I'll tell you what, it's amazing how time flies.
Tim Zuch is trying to get one in. We got
Dangerous.
Yeah, Dangerous playing there. Ran into the keeper. Was that number 5 or number 15? That's number 5
Brian
for the
Andrews.
Admirals. That's Brian Andrews. Brian plays a very good, aggressive game. I know he was playing more on the defensive side of the ball last time, and was quite active at clearing it out.
Yeah, he
did a nice job for him.
For some of the talent that we have that just started playing soccer, what's got in last couple years, I mean, kids that have come into the program that have never played soccer before, they've done extremely well. But that's where Scott had touched on this summer, how they were dedicated to really going out there every night that they could, and just trying to work with the ball and as many touches as they could, and make something of it. And it's starting to show.
Yeah. There we go, long. Got offside call by Joe Blackham.
And Joe's been around as long as we have been around watching these games.
Yeah, I think he came around just a little bit after the earth cooled down, Joe. We were.
I'm not going to touch
No,
that.
I've known Joe. Joe and I have been friends a long time. I get away with saying that. He's been involved in soccer. He's retired from Ford Motor Company, and he does a great job of assigning referees and getting people to ball games. There's a lot of games. I think he was telling me earlier, in a 3-month period, he had 1,000 games to cover between the adult leagues, the high school leagues, and the youth leagues. So that's a big job.
That's amazing.
Johnson in the back, playing with the ball a little bit, kicks it back, and now is going to send it up to who we got there? Brian Andrews. And Brett Williams gets in the act. They got another Morris over there.
It's a good ball.
Nice ball. He does a nice job. He does a very good job on the distribution.
Yes, he does.
Of the ball.
Yeah, he's definitely different from his brother.
There you go. Hey, you know, when his brother gets it, it's like having super glue on it, you know. No, not really. They pass it well, but you can see just there, he's trying to look to send it over to his brother or out to the outside wing over there to Corey. I've been really impressed with the play of Nick Carrion for Admiral King, number 21, at sweeper tonight. Him and Lewis Crook, a couple of mainstays back there, both junior defenders for the Admirals. Looks like
product of Lorain City Soccer as well.
Yeah.
He played for years with Tim Sturgeon.
Joey Green.
Right.
Joey Green played
on
Tyler
Rufo, Frank Rufo looks like he's a product of that as well, I would think, from his ability. Not only that, but you got a tri-captains there. They do a good job when you've got three juniors as your captains. It shows you their leadership. So hopefully Dave will be back next year with these kids, and they'll continue to work. We mentioned a little while ago about indoor type soccer, and Dave and I were talking about back when we started up. We played indoor with a ball that was smaller than what's a size 3. It's a little bit bigger than a softball, and it was just to get the touch on the ball and all that kind of stuff. And it pays off because kids got to realize you got to trap the ball before you can pass it.
Yep.
It helps the speed of play.
That's exactly right. Well, I really appreciate the two of you taking time out, coming away from your families over there with all your fans to spend a few minutes. People don't have to listen to the Summers talk, and I got a girls' game to do next.
Yeah.
But I appreciate it, Jim and Scott, and I hope you enjoyed the experience.
Thanks for having us.
But you're quite welcome. So we'll let you run on, and we'll get Joe down here, and I'll beat him up. Thanks a lot, Jim.
Thank you.
Scotty, take care. Continued success to your boys.
Thank you very much.
23 minutes and 52 seconds left in the second half here with the score. Southview 6, Admiral King nothing. We okay there, Bob? Can you hear me all right? Okay. That was a lot of fun. It was nice having somebody up. Tyler Johnson's dad, Jim Johnson, and Scott Morris's father, Big Scott, Little Scott, and Josh on the Morrises. So while they figure out how to get around to the other side there, they'll kept them from their fans. Southview sitting on the far side of the field today on the eastern side of the stadium. Well, there you have it, folks. One of the things you have to do to increase your ability to play this game is you've got to play, and you've got to do it either in a city league environment and what we call the Premier Leagues. The Premier Leagues are nothing more than a tryout. No, I shouldn't say nothing more, but they're generally programs that are run by retired professionals or individuals that have coached at the high school and college levels. They run summer camps, and they do those types of things. But one of the things we didn't get into is the fact that there's so much more competition for the kids these days. In behind, on the other side of the stadium, we have General Johnny Wilson Middle School, and the football game that you may have caught some glimpses of was Bedford over there in the maroon and Johnny Wilson in the green playing football. And then there's a youth football league now too, Joe and Bob, that's taken a lot of kids that would normally might play soccer in the fall and pretty much reduced it to maybe they play in the spring, or if they play baseball, we miss out on the opportunity of getting more and more, and our programs show it. Right now, most of our city schools, our city programs have co-ed type teams, just to get the numbers so that they can compete. So it's tough. Looks like we have Scotty Morris went into goal, and they've moved Tyler Johnson back to a defender. So they've put in a number of young kids now playing on there. I'll try and pick up some of the numbers of the kids. It looks like Mike Rivera, they're number 21 in the ball game. Number 11 is Jared Senahan, a junior. Number 2 is Chris Crago. Nice little slide tackle coming across by number 6 over there on Sam Lewis to steal the ball and send it up. Johan Saban takes a feed from Derek Loescher. We have a whistle, we have a foul, and we have an Admiral King ball. So we'll have a direct kick by Admiral King. Frank Rufo steps up, sends it long to Johnson. Johnson lets Scotty Morris come up. Scotty starting his second career as a goalkeeper. One of the other things that that I had chance to talk to Jim and Scott about, nice save there by Alex Wright, a kick taken by number 6, Sam Lewis, was the idea of the training tables that they now have for academic studies for the athletes and mandatory situation for a lot of the young players. And it does make a difference. You know, they got to learn the discipline of studying and making the grade. Try to get their grade point averages up to where, you know, when they get out of high school, they can either go to junior college at Lorain County Community College or another junior college, or go on to college. So it's very important. Shot taken by number 21 is Mike Rivera, and it's blocked by Lewis Crook and goes out of bounds. 19 minutes and 20 seconds left in the second half. 6-0, Southview over Admiral King. Our second game this evening are the Lady Admirals and the Lady Saints. Should be a good knock 'em out, drag out type contest coming up next here. We got one of our producers, Joe Bach, sitting in the background. He can't get even with me for that one. So. Right to take the free kick. John Green, number 10, is also in for Southview on the far right there. Scotty Morris forgot he was a goalkeeper and came way out, but luckily the ball ran out of bounds, so it'll be a throw-in by Southview as it went off of Admiral King. You can always tell when you get a field player in the goal, Joe. Next thing you know, they're out beyond the penalty box and on the field. As long as they don't touch it with their hands, they're allowed to do that. They can become a field player. Joe Green challenging the Johnson and Morris combo back there as they look to set it up and look for somebody long to send it to. Saban steps in, kicks it. Nice little kick, trying to kick it out to the outside to himself, but he stumbles away. Ball runs long. Alex, that was number 8. That was Ed Norris was trying to make the save on that. Nick Carey, number 21, tri-captain, comes into the ball game. Out for the Admirals, going out of the ball game is Mackenzie Dickinson, number 12. Throw in Admiral King. Ball goes off Joe Green's foot. Tyler Johnson to take the throw in. Sends it back to Scott Morris. Scotty sends the ball downfield, trying to get it to number 4, Dennis. Freshman. Yelenik, it looks like. Carry on comes through and brings it out. Nick Rivas to Crook. Ball goes out of bounds off of Southview. Be throw in for Admiral King. Brian Stevens to take the throw in. We have a substitution coming into the ball game for Admiral King's 20, Jonathan Green. So we have Joe Green and Jonathan Green, a brother combination for Southview, and then we have a John Green over at Southview. So I don't know if there's any relation there. Throw in, nice throw in. Ball runs a little long. Looks like Scotty's going to come up, pick it up. Johnson leaves the field. Jesse Morin sends the ball long. That was nice move by him. Sends it down to number 24 is Dennis. Jelenik. "14 minutes, 40 seconds. Jonathan Green with the ball. Jonathan is a freshman. And as I mentioned earlier, there's a big difference between freshman players and the senior player, just usually in physical size. He's given it his all, but you can see the difference. Also into the number 8 coming out of the ball game for Admiral King is Ed Norris. Nick Rivas thought he was going to break it out and get loose there. He kicked it a little long, and Scott Morris picked it up. Nice little trap there by Senahan, Jared, number 11. Up to number 6, Sam Lewis. Lewis trying to send it to the right. To number 9, Mike Prohoda. We have substitutions. We have Tyler Johnson coming in to play goal now. I know you're hearing a lot on the television tube about the Katrina incident in New Orleans. Lorain City Schools received notification that 2 students from the New Orleans area will be coming to Lorain City Schools, and more may follow. As you are aware, the victims of Hurricane Katrina had everything taken from them, and we are asking for your help to assist the ones who are relocated to Lorain. An account is being set up at the Lorain School Employees Credit Union, 4459 Oberlin Avenue, Suite 101. Checks can be made out to relocated Hurricane Katrina victims. Please call 282-4600 for more information. If you want to donate, make your check out to the relocated Hurricane Katrina victims and get it off to the credit union, and we'll be glad. The funds being set up was primarily a situation that came up. Barry Buck thought it might be a good idea to see if we can to assist those that are in our own community from New Orleans. With all the money being donated to various funds, he thought, well, let's see if we can't do something to help them that are going to be in our own school system. So that's how this came about, and they would certainly appreciate anything that we'd like to donate to that fund. Ball goes out of bounds off number 16 for the Admirals, Nate Rodriguez. Southview has a goalkeeper change as well, as you know, and Tyler Johnson's now playing goal, and the previous goalie, Savon Sudis, is out on the field wearing number 25, getting some field action in. Goalies just love to get into the ball game and play after, you know, hopefully when it's a situation where they're winning. They just love getting the opportunity to try and score on another goalie. Scott Morris in the ball game, sending it up. Joe Green loses the ball, goes out of bounds off Admiral King. 9 minutes and 40 seconds left in the second half on this Monday night, the 19th of September, with the Southview Saints up 6-0 over Admiral King. Ball runs long. Green's going to send it long. Tyler Johnson. There's that goalkeeper out of that goalkeeper area again. As long as he gets back, his coach won't say anything to him. And a bad throw in. So Southview will take the throw in now. Whistle blows again. Players like to creep up that sideline on the throw in. The referee will point to a spot, and then the kids, by the time they get done taking their run to throw it, they're about 5-6 yards down the field. Some referees don't like that. Yeah. They just have a broad horizon. They're just going down the field. Scotty Morris with the throw in. Our producer Joe Bach informed me that on October the 12th, we'll be doing the Southview girls and the Norwalk at 4:30. Followed by the Southview boys in Bedford at probably around 6 something, and their last game of the season that they'll be playing here at George Daniels. So we will be back this year with another game other than the bonus game. Exactly right. Other than the Southview Admiral King matches. And should Admiral King get a game rescheduled in the stadium, we'll come and do theirs as well.
Absolutely.
We'll be glad to donate our time, or I would donate my time, Joe. I mean, I understand you. you and Bob aren't in the donating business. I know you do. Joe's at everything. I should put a headpiece on Bob and ask him about all this. You know, he's getting a taste of the camera. He broke the instant replay 5 minutes after he started. You know, so it's now fixed. It had to have the Bach had to hit it just right. You know. And 6 minutes left in the game. Coach Wheeler starts heading up toward the press box. He's going to give us his roster, his Lady Saints there. Yeah, he went right on by us. He's going up to give it to the score, to the person that counts, up in the clock lady. Walk on by. That's right. Play the music, Joe. That's right. We are stretching for material. We should have a whistle there. Player missed the ball, ended up tripping his opponent. And Lewis Crook. Crook was motoring down and ended up catching one of the Saints, I do believe, number 15, Corey Miller. So Tyler Johnson is going to come up and take the free kick. Actually, that was number 19. That would be Jeff Tomasico. There goes the shot by Morris pretty soon as he kicks it back, takes a shot, goes off of the goalkeeper's hand, and he scores. So, with 4 minutes, 41 seconds left, number 1, Scott Morris, scores a goal. Scotty's got 1, 2, looks like he's got a hat trick as well. And the score is now 7-0. We get that instant replay. As you see, Scotty steps, he's going to step back over to his left. He's going to go left, right. He's going to come back to his left, and now he's going to take the shot. Goalkeeper Alex Wright got his hand on it, but it ricocheted off the right and went into the corner. That replay was brought to you by the Lorain School Employees Credit Union. Admirals put the ball back in play. Rivas, number 4, out to the side, along with Jonathan Green. Ball hits the hand. Therefore, it's called a handling of the ball, and it would be a direct kick. Runs long. Johnson picks it up. So when this contest is over, the Admirals will move to 1 and 3, while the Saints go to 5 and 4. Good hustle there by number 5, Brian Stevens of the Admirals, trying to save that ball. Ends up going out of bounds to be a throw-in. Throw-in's taken by Jeff Tomico. Crago with the throw-in. Ball goes off of Southview. Number 9, Mike Prihota is in the ball game there. Went off of his foot. 21, Mike Rivera. Number 25, Jared Lewis. Out on the field. Number 18, junior Corey Meadows. Well, there goes somebody running for a touchdown over there. Is that Williams in that color? Bedford is in the green over there as we switch from soccer to football. Here comes Coach Wheeler with the girls program. Hi, Bruce. How are you? Oh, very good. Very good. Thank you so much. Coach Wheeler giving me his roster here. We'll have a short intermission after this. It'll be short for you on TV. We run these back to back, Joe, do you, on TV? So you won't, you fans won't have any break. Maybe a second or two to go get a cold one, a Pepsi or a Coke, maybe 2 minutes, and soccer will be back on the air. These will be playing starting probably what, today's Monday, maybe Wednesday, Thursday, something like that, Joe. Yeah, somewhere in there. 2 minutes left in the ball game. That's right, Joe. Joe Bach says, the producer says, when you see it, you know it's playing. It's like, you know, if you build it, they will come. If you show it, they will watch. All right, Joe. Looks like we had Lewis Crook took one to the face there. Walking it off. Referee's going to go make sure he's okay. Got it ahead. Referee gives him a pat in the back. Says, you're okay. And Lewis is a tough young man. Junior. Played quite a bit as a sophomore last year as well. He hustles. He's all over the place. Joe Green will throw it in for the Admirals. Tries to get it down to Lewis, but the ball runs long. Tyler comes out, sends it up. Southview's pretty much packed it in with they've got 8 players back playing some defense there. They want this shutout. They're 38 seconds, 35 seconds away from it. Swan sends it. Nice save there by Tyler Johnson on a Nick Rivera kick. He sends it downfield, and that should pretty much do it, folks. Jared Lewis gonna kick it. Under 10 seconds left. And unfortunately for the Admirals, they're not able to get on the board. And at the conclusion of the game, it is Southview 7, Admiral King nothing. From George Daniel Field, we'll be back with the ladies action in a few moments with the Lady Admirals and the Lady Saints. So thank you for watching.
This has been a production of Lorain City Schools TV20 WLCS.
To purchase a high-quality copy of the program you just viewed, please call Lorain City Schools Television at 282-8400.